Joining us now is Toyin Olakanpo, a Nigerian child rights advocate and attorney, part of the social media campaign that's trying to put pressure on the Nigerian government. Thanks so much for being with us. We had all waited, Nigeria had waited for weeks to hear from the president, and now he's spoken. What did you think of what he had to say?
Well, I'm glad he's spoken. As you rightly said, we've all been waiting, and I personally had been giving the president the benefit of the doubt that things had been going on and things were being done. I think immediately after the address, there was silence from a number of very large Twitter accounts that have been very active in the social media, because really there's nothing more to say. The president has said that he has sent out a search and rescue team. He has said that he has spoken to the parents. He has said he has spoken out to your president. He has listed all that he has done. And I guess the question is, does that satisfy us as a people?
Well, also, let me interrupt, forgive me. Does it correspond to the facts as we know them? At the outset, the authorities had no number for how many girls were taken. They announced that the girls had been freed. Some parents went out to search for the girls themselves and found the gunmen, but couldn't do anything about it because they had no support from Nigerian security forces. And now the president is blaming the parents in part, suggesting in his statement that they weren't cooperating enough with the effort. Does that fit the facts as you know them?
As I said, as we know them, the facts have been extremely confusing and conflicting. As I said, we weren't sure how many schoolgirls had disappeared. It's now 276. Initially it was 200, then it was 234. To be honest with you, we're none the wiser. Let's just put it that way.
And is that the appropriate place to be after all of these weeks have passed and all of the assets of the state, all of the assets of the government of Nigeria could have been brought to bear on this? Well,
the president was asked if our Nigerian armed forces were up to the task to deal with the insurgents, and he said that they were. The thing is, he's our president, and he has said he's doing his best, and we just have to respect that.
Well, let me ask you, I don't mean to personalize this, because this isn't really about good luck, Jonathan. Nigeria is an enormous country with a complex government structure. Is this something that can't really be addressed by the government from the capital? Is this really something that the authorities in Borno State have handled or mishandled much more than Good Luck Jonathan has been involved? Well,
you can seek to pass the buck onto Borno State. I mean, I think the president's wife did make some comments, you know, in relation to that. Apparently, Borno is a state of emergency, and the question is, why were the schoolgirls there in the first place taking exams? So we could pass the buck, but that's not going to help us solve the problem or the issue of actually finding out where these girls are. It's I think day 20 we are now. Those girls have been suffering from day one, and it's just the pain and the anguish that we are more concerned about. Are we happy with what are we satisfied with what the president had to say? It is what it is, Jonathan. You can't push someone beyond where they're willing to go or where they are able to go. And I think that is where the sadness is. Has the confidence been lifted in the nation as to the rescue of these girls? I would say no. We're still very concerned as to their safety, and there's no timing as to when they will be returned back to us, if they're going to. There's still a lot of uncertainty, which, as I said, is not really helping the feeling in the nation.
Toyin Olakanpo, thanks so much for talking.
Thank you.